form of feminism I'm looking at briefly is ecofeminism. Ecofeminism is what it sounds like. It is a branch of feminism which is particularly linked with green ideals and ecological concerns. The proponents of ecofeminism often link ideas of ecology with feminism in the idea that the exploitation of the natural world and of animals is part of an overall exploitive power system under the patriarchy and under capitalism that often also exploits women in the same way that it exploits the natural world. Interestingly, this group of feminists often, they're not always, positions women as more connected to nature than men, often through ideas around childbirth and breastfeeding and child nurturing, which is of course quite cis-sexist in some ways. So not everyone involved with ecofeminism takes that viewpoint or is necessarily cis-sexist. There are some ecofeminist trans folk around, of course. I've listed some of the theorists there. Francois Daubon, Greta Gard, Carolyn Merchant, Starhawk and others. This of course is criticised because it essentialises women as inherently closer to nature than men, which again essentialises women as in some way more connected to the world, but also more animal-like is what some critics, such as some of the xenofeminists, would say. Some of the issues around this is that sort of ideas can be weaponized by the patriarchy, in that, you know, if a woman is closer to nature and therefore in patriarchal terms more animalistic, then she's often cast under a patriarchal binary as less rational and less deserving of human rights, etc. The ecofeminist response would be that nature and the world is equally deserving of rights as humans, and that they are downplaying the importance of nature and the world. Ecofeminism also has links to things such as vegan feminism. For example, people like Carol J. Adams, who's written The Sexual Politics of Meat, looking at what it sounds like the way that certain types of animal agriculture and meat eating are part of a patriarchal discourse of manhood, and looking at why more women are likely to be vegan or vegetarian, for example. So ecofeminism tends to have strong activism around ecology, looking after nature and the planet, with feminism also closely linked to that. And so that's ecofeminism.